what's up, everybody? Welcome to Speedgaming Randomizer 2024. My name is Charlie Boyd. Conversating with the Speedgaming. Yeah, we got that shit right before one listen to ours. Mr. Swift the Sweeper, aka Swift. And yeah, the race should be getting underway here shortly. Just waiting for the donks to be released, so to speak. You know, gentlemen, start your engines type thing. And yeah, once the countdown begins, we should have a race on our hands. Hope you guys are having a good evening. So far, so good. And if you don't have your snacks with you, you got 15 seconds before the race starts. So we're going to go get right now. Hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, I should be able to start this race. And we're off to the races. Looks like, oh, already found, I think that's Brad. Let's flash this time. I'll try to see what I can do about this timer back on the screen. Yeah, they're on the screen. There we go. Oh, he's on crash. It looks like he's going to switch into it. Oh, my goodness, or not. Oh, that's just wrong there. We'll see. This is like the worst. Okay, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. But, you know, I mean, you have to do the same anyway eventually. It's just a little bit nicer to go in with a little tools in your hands, right? I mean, you can. Little bombs on crash elevator screens. That's the lag video here that we like to nickname. Lag up the screen a bit. Still taking care of the Kirog, the liquid piece, so that does free up some lag. Are you going to hop around? Stay up there. Oh, goes down, skips the E-tank. That takes guts. Nobody does that, ever. Everybody goes with that E-tank, right? All jokes aside, that E-tank is good to have. Let's skip it, and already did that as well. You can check out that crash cam there, flash through, but he's on the quick man stage, as Swift's still on his second half of the crash run. These are the things quick stage, have access to the flash. I do that for worse than almost big guys have something. Maybe that's a little bit. Alright, taking on this quick beat section here as finally makes his way to the boss door crash stage. Look at it here. Not really too busted, takes 2 hits of damage, got a slow pop. The shield doesn't stay on screen that long, so that's not that bad. But he's in trouble here. Ooh, nice dodges by Smith. Oh, what a fight. He's out of there. We got Airman. That bird pattern was not go over 50 pattern, but Ari's gonna dodge around, and he's gonna take him out pretty well. He's getting out of there. A He-Man stage for Swift. Also, what people like to call it landing stage as well, without any items. But after the first stage is done, you're pretty much locked into the game. Otherwise, you lose the time. So I would assume a reset here. Now some players do decide to jump in the lava here to perhaps you know, go continue and or they jump in the lava to take all their lives off and they go continue to make it a little bit easier. Ari's gonna find himself in a metal state. Got a health situation to worry about here. You got 2 pips of health left through the first main section. Oh, that's good news. Gotta pass this screen to be able to get to the checkpoint screen. He's gonna have an item 2 here, so that ought to help him out. Oh, and in case he falls, I think he was looking for some help there. Okay, Ari finds bubble in the metal room. Bunch of bubbles, slow bubbles on the screen, but Ari's out. So this is gonna go ahead and take an intentional here to go ahead and reset his health. Not a bad idea here. I like it. If you can't, it's better to do it at checkpoints if you can than to go halfway through the stage and die like I did on the crash stage. You'll literally smile. That was terrible. If you guys don't see that. But you know, it happens. You gotta go fast. So some people don't take the say smart death. But yeah, it was here goes the Arispici at the wood stage, hiding the arrow hot dogs. Boost up till he's halfway through the stage. Meanwhile, Swift finds He-Man in Heat Room, and he is also not susceptible to bust here. So that's 2 pips of damage for every dash. It's going to be the slowest arc he can get, unfortunately. It is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it. That's the beauty of the hidden stage tournament. Sometimes you find all the good stages first, and other times you don't. And how you get to deal with some of these bad stages in the early game, and that's gonna determine how how the rest of the team goes sometimes. Alright, we got Metal Man and Blue. Looks like Ari's gonna win the best race here and out of there. Meanwhile, Swift also finds the Woodman stage. There is a one up there, but he doesn't do the shimmy to go get it. It's okay. He's only taken 1 death so far, so it's not that bad of a thing to skip it. Especially depending on the zips he takes. He's not going to need the one that he needs in Crash stage. Because he's already finished that one. So if he zips good here, then he still have enough lives still anyway. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. Assuming we get the items. Yeah, overhit that. Let me move up. No, he's only got item 2 there. That shouldn't be a problem anymore. I'm gonna move that away. And yeah, already going through Airman stage. Just working his way through the treehouse and living in. Ari's got the Enforcement 5, the AKA Metroids, and Crop Tops. Swift looks like he's dealing with some shrimps. You're finding some drops, and that item 2 should help him go a little bit faster. On the back half of the road stage. It does. No enemies to block his way that time or knock him off. So that's a little bit of time picked up by Swift. Meanwhile, I believe that girl boss that replaces Quick Man, her sprite named Sherna, I just call her like Fairy Girl, you know. Apparently some people know where she comes from. Alright, let me see if I can, I'll see if I can adjust the music in the meantime. Oh, Ari gonna take a spill into Bubble Lake. And Swift's gonna find his way to the metal. Cool little ditty just to boost the season. The soundtrack is already sets up Bubble Zip. And he looks like he's in there. Yeah, he's in there pretty good. Got the duck tail spike back there. While Swift skipping the opposite through this one SME2 graphics. Alright, gonna get in the boss door there. And gets hit, somebody hit by the Phantom Crusher there. Flashman is Buster successful. Arispici moving along pretty nicely. He's only got the 2 lowest stages, if you will, with Crashman and E-Man. Alright, sound should be adjusted. Yeah, I'm not on my normal rig, so I can't do much about it. I did turn down Arispici's sound just a tad bit, so hopefully that's enough. If it's too much, let me know, I'll bump it back up. But yeah, so Ari doing his crash climb. I didn't get to see if he did zip or not as I was adjusting sound. However, Swift is setting up for his bubble zip. Arispici is boosting the ladders a bit. He does have item 3 in tow, so that should make this right side that he's chosen to climb up a little quicker than Swift's was. Alright, and into the boss gate for Arispici, and Swift is right behind him into his boss gate. We'll see how Ari handles this Woodman fight. Yeah, he's gonna tank a little bit more damage than Swift did. He's got one pip left. Yeah, popping that E-tank. And he's out there. And so is Swift. Alright, Ari in the heat stage. That's his last of the Robot Master there. And switch to the Airband stage. He's gonna still have Quick and Flash after this. Ari uses the item 1 in his first area to help him get through. And Swift using item 2 on the back half of air. Oh, he's gonna watch out. Nice pause buffer to save himself from the pit there on air stage. Ari trying to set up item 3 zip. Even if you get in the wall here, you might end up having some problems seeing those fan fiends are on the screen. I don't think you can actually zip with those on the screen. That's what you call it. You call it question in chat. I'm gonna ask, what do you call it when you take intentional death from an enemy to avoid instant death? Somebody asked, still damage boosting? No, it is called, it's just called that, just intentional death. Taking intentional death for the purposes of the race, or for the purposes of speed. But yeah, still you just take, it's just called taking intentional death. There's not really a speed name for it or anything like that. And Swift makes it out of air. He's got Quick and Flash, which are the 2 quickest stages, so he shouldn't, hopefully he shouldn't be too terribly far behind Arispici. But he will be at least a full stage, if not a stage and a half, behind due to finding Crash and Heat early. And that's going to be 8 robos for Arispici at a time of 17:30. Not too bad. It seemed like he's pretty happy with it. Looking at his camera feed there, looked like he was turning himself on, saying something along the lines of "Let's go, baby," or something like that. You know, let's go. So, happy to be there. Not a bad time to get into 8 robos, that's for sure. Got the bit of the Green Hill Zone pattern there at the for Wily 1. Or 3D World Runner, whichever one you'd like to associate that with. Alright, those guys should be adjusted. Let's see if I can adjust their timers while I'm kind of commentating this as well. Oh, by the way, guess the color of the dragon, everybody. I forgot. Sorry. Still trying to do some setup in the background. Again, I'm not in my usual setup, so it's taking me quite a bit longer. But, oh, okay. If you guessed gray, you were correct. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, Crash Bomb, gonna take down that gray dragon there. Alright, Ari should pause here just in a second for a sync, I believe, with Swift Stream. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. I'll give him just a minute here. But meanwhile, Swift making it through the back half of Quickman stage. Alright, we're all synced up and good to go. Swift's gonna find Airman, and he will be out at 2040 around 2038, something like that. So he'll be going to visit Mega Man 1 Wily, his hand up and his eyebrows wiggling. And Arispici is gonna make out with a chicken, and I don't recommend that because it hurts and it kills you. Although he's gonna find Air Shooter to take these cuckoos out one shot. Oh, that's always good. Dropping down into Wily 2 now, to the boss room. We'll see how Arispici takes care of. Oh, he's going to go ahead and make a pit stop here for the health drop to help him thwart using his E-Tank. Give him an extra hit or two. I believe it's 7 to 10 damage, something like that, as far as Pico Pico goes. Which, that health stop normally isn't in the fastest route. However, it might end up being a good idea in future versions of the Randomizer if some of the things that some of the developers are talking about come to fruition for next year or the year after next. Alright, no E-Tank necessary. Ari did take a hit or two, and he would have needed that extra health drop, so him routing that in worked out for him very well. Meanwhile, Swift's on his way to fight the Mecha Dragon. Hopping on these Warner Brother blocks. He sees this gray dragon with the golden tummy. Little low jump with some pause buffers makes it cross the little gap there. And Swift's gonna take out the Mega Dragon just like that. Potato patata, he's gone. I didn't see what he used. I think he might have used Crash Bombs? Question mark. He's gonna fill up some items here. That's item 2. Gotta do that to get across the pit. I believe those chickens are Buster immune, so looking for some sort of way to take care of them. Oh, yeah, he's gonna find a bubble lead. That's a good find there. Gonna give him a little bit more time to react to those than Ari has. Ari is using Air Shooter, which this particular Air Shooter is very vertically vertically appeasing, I guess would be the word for it. I don't know. It goes vertical compared to instead of going horizontal. It's like a wraparound. So. Alright, Swift dropping down. He's got his work cut out for him as he's at the checkpoint of Wily too. Meanwhile, Ari going into the anxiety rooms or purple hill, green hill, Wily 4. A really tough stage, the great equalizer, whatever you'd like to call it. One of the many nicknames, any of the many nicknames that this stage has. Alright, you've got item 3. And he's not going to get the placement for the zip, unfortunately, but nevertheless, he's still making his way across the stage. That's a nice item 1. We'll see how Swift also handles his Pico fight. No lazy leaf here. So, to the metal blades. Oh, he's looking for charged heat, and it does do it, but I think that might have been 2-shot. So not the ideal, and it's a slow charge as well. It's not overcharged or anything like that, so not the ideal weapon. Quick Boomerang seems to be doing the job though. Meanwhile, Arispici stacking up those item 1s to go a little bit faster, not having to wait for that elevator. And we've got lag Phibians on the roughest screen of the game, and Arispici actually pause buffered, which, yeah, with the item patch, it will clear your item off the screen when you pause buffer. By the way, that's what it should do. In vanilla, it doesn't do that. You're not allowed to pause with items on the screen. And even if you were allowed to pause and with items on the screen, that could be some wacky behavior if the items didn't respawn when paused. Yeah, it's pretty good as is, although that could be adjusted in the future as well, you never know. And Arispici into the booming fight. Oh, he finds wood for the weakness. What the great weakness is here. That's what you want to find, either wood or metal blade, or maybe a vertical air. Those 3 are what a lot of runners check first. I'm guilty of checking 2 of those. I don't normally check air first. Unless I remember that it's vertical, but yeah. It is what it is. Swift making his way through Wily 3. Meanwhile, Arispici on his refights here. The Karnath there from Battletoads in the background. Here comes Cherno. Cherno, the fairy girl, with her quick boomerangs. That is a custom run animation as well, in case anybody's wondering. She doesn't. The ROM hack she comes from, she doesn't have a run animation, so that is exclusive to the randomizer. Thanks to the efforts of your truly. Alright. Oh, nice find with the leaf shield. That's a really good weakness for Heatman and the speed. Arispici taking him out. Meanwhile, Swift making it off out of the Technodrome fight, aka the Guts Dozer. Already have this deal to jump, spam, crash into Wily 4 for Swift. Alright, Bobble. See how Bobble treats him. Not that bad, not that bad. Unga Bunga Woodman. Not quite. People have nicknamed the Woodman that jumps a lot, Unga Bunga, and this one does jump a lot. I just see him beating on his chest, and I think of the monkeys and stuff, like Unga Bunga and Tarzan and stuff and whatnot. Regardless, here's Metal Man. Yeah. Oh, and he kissed his foot. What's Tony Storm saying in AEW? She says, look out for the shoe! Yeah, unfortunate for Arispici, you can think of that to Woodman's foot. Woodman hurts, man. Body damage on all these Robot Masters hurt a lot. So, if you're playing this game, make sure to not hit the body. Take the weapon damage if you can. Alright, and into the machine. Wiley painted his Mega Man 1 machine, getting it closer to the Mega Man 2 variant. That's a dope song. And Bubblehead's gonna take out the machine. The second phase, that is. I think he did use Bubblehead on the first phase as well. Let's take a damage boost on the K-Rog on the bottom right. See if he can make it across. And he does. Hey, I'll knock it off. Again, I apologize if you guys can hear any dog growling in the background. I'm currently not at home. A couple extra dogs with me. Alright. Some of those Frankers Z's. So let's see how the Wily fight goes. Oh, it looks like Wily's just gonna turn into himself here. Alright. Oh, maybe charge seat. It is. Slowest weapon of the bunch. Alright, Arispici is donezo. I can't exactly give you a official racetime.tv time, unfortunately. I'm not in the race room, but I can tell you the current time on his timer is 31:32. Shout outs to Arispici for taking the match. Or sorry, taking the race, not the match. It's the best 2 out of 3, so we still have at least one more in store. And Creed updates the chat with the official time of 31:33 for the race time, in case you guys are interested. And that will relay over to the webcast now and the YouTube video. So shout outs to you, LV Creed in the chat. Thinking about shout outs while I'm talking about it, guys. We are in last place as far as the prize pot goes for this SGL event, and I would like to change that if possible. Please consider donating to the prize pool for our event. If you have the means to, by all means. If you don't, then don't. I'm going to do my best after my little job's done here to make sure to get down to the bank and put some money in so I can donate. I hope you guys will do the same if you can. Once again, yeah, we're in last place. That sucks. But at the same time, money's not exactly the focus of our tournaments. We like to have fun regardless. But there is bonuses along the way. So currently, as it stands, SGL gives every pot $5, and I think there's different tiers. The next tier up, or at least the tier we want to shoot for, is to get out of last place. Would be like the $20 tier. I believe that doubles the prize pot as well. So once we hit the $20 tier, we double our prize pot and have money. So, and not being last anymore. So hopefully we'll get there. And if you do so feel inclined and you are able to, please consider donating. If not, it's all good, enjoy the races regardless, and the tournament. So, yeah, meanwhile, we're gonna catch back on with Swift a little bit. He does find the leaf shield weakness as well for Heat Man. He's in his refights here. He's on his last one. Oh, and if you do end up donating, don't forget to type in the comment of the donation on the match video. Type in for the Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament. Otherwise, they just put it to the overall event. So yeah, please make sure to specify Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament. Okay, but regardless, enough of the plugs for the donations and whatnot. Yeah, Swift's on his machine here. He finds quick boomerang for the first half. Pops an E-tank. And finds double lead for the second. We're gonna find his heat weakness for his boss here shortly and finish out his race. Again, these racers, well, I say again, I've said it plenty of times in the past, but I haven't said it this race, so I'll say it for the first time this race. Yeah, these racers are not allowed to watch each other during the race. It's actually a tournament rule, no screen peeking. It is a bit of a Scouts Honor thing, but at the same time, we do kind of watch and to make sure these guys aren't exactly watching each other and stuff as best as we can as moderators. It's also a bit of, like I said, a bit of the honesty rule. But yeah, so Swift shouldn't know this weakness right off the bat or anything like that, unless he just happens to get it right, which does happen. But he's searching, no page 2 for him, and here's the charge seat that he will eventually find. Will take down the wily alien. Oh, this one's actually a quicker charge than I thought it was. You see how fast that went? Wow, nice. And the not done comes in for Swift. And I think that says 36, 24. At least that's what it says on his timer. So GG's to Swift. And if you'll excuse us, we'll do a little bit of setup. And yeah, we will return to you momentarily with race 2. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament. This is a loser bracket match. Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament 2024. My name's Charlie Boy. And yeah, we got Arispici versus Swift. Arispici gonna take race 1. So we're just waiting for these guys to ready up, which I believe they are. Swift showing a little bit of his race time. Kind of newer to streaming. He does play this game, obviously, though, as he's put down a nice little time, 36. The 36 is sub 40 is always good. Never a bad time. So, this is the first year of his turning. So we'll see how that goes for him. He is down 1, and this is his tournament life. However, I mean, you know, anything could happen. He could come back out slinging. He's got his work cut out for him, though, as he's coming up against the Intercontinental Champion of the Mega Man 2 Randomizer. That's Arispici. A little inside joke. A history lesson for our player Arispici. In 2021, we had a qualifier bracket, a non-qualifier bracket. And the non-qualifier bracket, Arispici was the winner of that one. And yeah, he's defended it at events and stuff because we haven't used the qualifier, non-qualifier format since 2021. So in order to kind of keep that alive, Arispici's defended at like events and whatnot. And he lost at the Siberian Bull, but it came back to him this year sometime. And yeah, now we're off to the races. Race 2 is beginning for these two guys. A little bit of Castlevania action going there. I think Swift might have jumped the gun just a tad bit on accident, but that's okay. We'll let it rock. A good song. Bloody Tears. In the rando, who would have ever thought? Swift find a Woodman stage first, dealing with the Mega Man 3 Gatos. That's cat in Spanish, for you guys who are not Spanish speakers. I'm not either, but I at least know that much. Alright, Arispici going through these quick laser beams. As Swift finds his way into the treehouse. Oh, he's going to find some health drops from these birds. Peepees. Oh, and the press is going to drop some health for Ari, so our boys are pretty healthy going into the back half of their stages. Speaking of, Arispici at the WWF boss door into the ring with... that would be Bubble Man. Ghostly Bubble Man. From whatever realm hack that's from. Not sure. Oh, almost trenched with him. Scary fight. You can see the reaction on Arispici's face. Nice catch by Swift, seeing the press before the door. Stopping just beforehand to let it go ahead and take its action and take it out as he finds Crash in Quickman stage. Looks like Arispici to find item 3 for his troubles on Quickman stage. And he's right behind Swift into Woodman stage. And 1 for 1, but Swift's gonna make it out of his fight. So does he get an item? Negative. In the Airman stage for Mr. Swift Sleeper. Got us some meows here. Replace the hot doggies. Oh, Ari going for Goodwood. This could be an issue. No, it's not. That's pretty gutsy to go for it without checking. You know, especially without that excuse me, the time stopper. The fan fiends can be on that screen. If that's the case, you end up in a soft lock, so it's not a guaranteed thing. Although I do respect Arispici for practicing this zip. What's his face? Toko Addict found that out the hard way in match 2 of one of the winners finals. As he did end up soft locking to a fan fiend there, unfortunately. But lesson learned, you know, it does happen. You guys just have to be aware of it going into that. There is a risk. I mean, it does take, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds to scroll the screen twice, but better than losing the race, right? Alright, into Crashman's fight for Arispici in wood stage, and not a problem, and Arispici is out of there. Alright, we got some crabs and heat. Oh, a little bit of a re-sinkage there. And yeah, we should be right on time with these guys. We'll pause to get out of off the screen and reset it up. While Swift makes his way in the bubble, I did not see if he got an item from Air Stage, but I'm gonna have to assume Creed saw and did not mark it, so there will be not an item in Air Stage. Arispici trying to set up this item 3s that appear. I think he might just go ahead and go. Yeah, the best way to set that up. There is a vanilla setup. However, in the randomizer, it's a tad bit different now that there's graphics as an issue, because your setup is a visual cue. So there are times where that doesn't just work out for you. So the best thing to do is either set it up and jump to have the item 3 go down far enough to where you can scoot over to the right to get to the top of the ceiling, or you can just start at the bottom and ride it all the way up. Of course, the most optimal way would be to set up and be able to get on an item 3 off the lap. However, that's not always the case, especially in the randomizer with the setup. So, take what you can get, but those are the 2 ways that I would advise to set that up, if possible. Close fight for Swift, but he's out of Airman and Bubble Stage. No item. Into Metal for Swift. Ari at the end of Heatman stage. Finds Jackie Chan man. That's gonna be a Flashman re-spray. A re-skip. Not exactly susceptible to the Buster, but really a problem either. At least for Arispici. Oh, nice pause to cancel the damage. Cancel the knockback from the damage that Swift took there from the Wacky. Or, what is that? Yoshi's Island, cactus enemy thing, I think. Oh, Ari trying to set up item 1 sip. Nice item 1. Project. Oh, not gonna get quite into the wall, and he's messing the setup up just a little bit, unfortunately. Not getting the right lineup. He's working on it though. This is another one of those things that it either lines up or it doesn't. Yeah, and he can, I think he can totally do it. There it is. Oh, he got it. To the Sparrow Man stage, Mega Man 4. believe so. Reset City. That speed run, not really. Not even the worst part about that speed run. Alright, no items for Swift still. As he goes into Quick Man stage. It looks like he will get an item at the end of this stage with the item 3. I believe item 1 is this stage. So that must mean, since Swift's done metal, it's not here. It must be in Crash. Item 2 must be in Crash Man stage. Off to Airman for Arispici. These guys are pretty close, I'd have to say, currently. Arispici does have one of the longer stages than Heatman. However, Swift has Woodman done, which is also a long stage, and Airman's arguably long, but not the longest. It just depends on the enemy set and how it treats you, and it can be done a lot quicker if you have item 2, which unfortunately none of our runners had when they played their Airman stage here in this season. Alright, off the Metroids. Those be baby Metroids. They would be if you were playing Super Metroid, I suppose. At least about the same size. It takes a damage boost to get through. Okay, not a bad idea. Swift testing his weapons here to see if anything works to where he can just manipulate. Like, you know, he might have been able just to shoot Buster there. I don't know if he tried it or not. Oh, Buster's susceptible Heatman. Oh, was that Buster? I think that did 4 hits of damage. Looking for heat on heat. Violence didn't happen. Just gonna end up going back to the Buster. 4 pips is, in my opinion, it's plenty fast. If you find Buster, I mean, it's 4 pips. I don't even go looking for anything else. That's me. Crash Man stage for Swift, but he should get his item 2. Unless it's in Flash. I see neither of our runners done Flash, so it could be in here as well. I'll tell you what, one of these guys are going to find item 2 right now at the end of this stage that they're in. I don't know if Swift knows. I don't think Swift knows the crash zip here, so he's going to be going in the elevator section. But well, he could do the pause buffer version of the zip, but like I mentioned, I don't know if he knows it. So. Now, I do think Swift has time offer here, which would help him a lot. He's going to miss the elevator ride the first time around. Whether he realizes he has it and decides to try to use it, it would help him. Well, the elevator won't move with time stopper, but he can at least navigate the screen a little better. He can stop the elevator from going out. Like, he could have stopped it just there long enough to get on that elevator. But he's going to go ahead and reset the room. Let's see, he's going to try something else here. I believe that's Quick Boomerang. Well, nice jumps. He's going to deal with the lag. Oh, pause buffer to stay on the elevator. Meanwhile, Arispici does get the E-Tank up top in Flash stage, and he tries to find the wall weakness unsuccessfully. Going into the ring of WWF right now to see who's his opponent for Fall Brawl. That's going to be Toad Man. Oh, he's pretty close to that totem. Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to take an E-tank there if you don't plan on dying. That ain't the worst 10 seconds to lose right there, though. I'll tip the cat. Oh, this is a DuckTales theme, boss thing. If I can hear correctly. Music is a bit low on my end, but that's okay. I'm doing it so I can talk a little better to you guys. I'm not exactly hearing all the ditties words or sound for sound. I'll save that one in the viewing box. In the commentary box. Alright, in the bubble stage, and Arispici did indeed find item 2 in Flash. So he's gonna have all his items here. That's gonna be item 2 to the back half of this bubble stage. He will end up picking up a little bit of time on Swift on that one. But I think he's got bubble and crash left, so he's only got 2 stages left. Meanwhile, Swift's got heat and crash. Swift, oh no, he can't go for that E-tank going this way because he doesn't have item 1 or item 2 to boost back around. Alright, we'll see if we can't find the weakness here for the weakness hunts. While these things are keeping Quickman in place at least. Oh, and it looks like Air Shooter will indeed be a soft weakness to Quickman. And into Heatman for Swift. Arispici taking the ride across Bubble Lake. Into the ring that the WWF famously put at the bottom of Bubble Lake back in 1988-ish. Well, Ari might want to talk about taking an E-tank if he wants to stay alive, but he didn't. He didn't want to stay alive. That's okay. He's still okay. As long as he doesn't do that one more time. I don't think he's picked up any 1-ups along the way. So he will game over if he does it again. We've got Airman on the ceiling. Oh my, he's playing with me. I swear. I was so close. Oh man. Alright, Swift on his back half of Heatman stage. Ari into Crash. So last stage for Ari. So honestly, these guys are pretty close still. I mean, back half of Heatman stage plus a pretty quick Flashman stage for Swift is on the table. While Ari is a full Crashman stage. So it's 1.5 to 1. But you gotta think of the time also. It takes about roughly 3 minutes, I would say, for Crash stage. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter. 2.5 to 3 minutes, maybe 3:30, something like that, 3.5. And then I'd say that's probably about the same amount of time it'll take Swift to do Flash and Heat, and the rest of Heat here. Well, I say that. Ari gets a nice item 1 zip there, so that's gonna cut into the time. And using the boost here. Oh man, don't listen to what I say ever. Okay, thanks. Picks up another item 1. He actually goes to the left instead of using a ladder there, which I imagine probably saves some time, I guess. 0 lives. He was playing, I told y'all, he was playing with death. He really was. He still kind of is. But it is what it is. We'll see if he stops. There is an extra life at the top of the ladder up here. I would highly consider stopping there. But, I mean, you know, gotta go fast. Gotta go fast? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Up. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, yeah. And smart. I agree. I totally agree with that play. Alright, item 1 for Swift here. Arispici makes super quick work at the crash stage, so and that's it took Swift a little bit longer to do the second half of that Heatman stage than I was anticipating for myself. But he's in the Flash Maze stage now, so he is roughly a stage behind still. Arispici is going into the Cossack stages. Cossack, this is the in lore, in Mega Man lore. This is where Dr. Wily actually brainwashes Dr. Cossack. Like that's why he doesn't have any hair, right? Because yeah, he's being brainwashed. Okay, that's not true. It just wouldn't fit in the over the Wily spray. Still looks pretty good in my opinion. Oh man. Okay, Swift on the back half of Flash, Arispici into Wily 1. Trying to get up. And that's actually Mega Man 3 graphics for Wily 1 if nobody's ever noticed that. That's where those come from. Same thing with this background here. It's pretty much a Mega Man 3 background with a little bit of a custom circle hole there, sewer grate, if you will. The one in Mega Man 3 is just a tad bit bigger than that. Wouldn't fit in the palette set of Mega Man 2, so that's why that looks like that. It looks pretty good in my opinion. This particular Wily 1 swap goes all the way up instead of just the wall or just the floor, just the background type thing, which is pretty neat. And I do intend on working on more stage graphics, hopefully soon enough, to add even more Mega Man stuff. Stages. Oh yeah, guess the color of the dragon if you haven't guessed, if you like to play that game. I was gonna say that originally, but then I got off on stuff like graphics and whatnot. Alright, well, if you guessed aqua green with the red belly, or purple belly and red accents, the shades, the retro shades, you were right. Hey look, that's my emote. Emote is the dragon block for this seed here. That's pretty cool. Bubble, I think, was that Bubble that took that out there? Hey Collie, hey Collie. I think Arispici took out the dragon with Bubble. Alright. We're trying to figure out a way to get up this wall platform building thing here. He sure did. He got up there with item 1. Uses item 2 to get across. It's pretty fast. Optimal strat, I would say. Or one of. Depending on if you mind to stomp and Wily 2 for the item refills or not. I'd say it's about even, honestly. Stopping and then just totally not using it. Depends on the enemy set. Alright, we're off to fight the Pico Coon. Meanwhile, Swift is going to allow you to play the Dragon game again. If you haven't guessed the color, go ahead and guess. If you say Aqua, you are Peter. I'm just kidding. Of course you won if you said Aqua. There it is. Alright, and Jello Devil for Arispici, Pico Graphics Live. Is that Buster? No. Buster for Pico, though. Quick boomerang for Swift for the Dragon Fight. Arispici jamming out there. He was for a little bit there. I see them in the Strawberry Lakes of Dr. Wily's sewage system. Something like that, right? Swift, maybe gonna make a. I was thinking he was gonna take a pit stop for the E-Tank. That stuff does take time, though. You guys gotta remember. So the bonus is you figure out the wall weakness and you get an E-Tank. The negative side of that is that you search. It takes time to search for the wall weakness. If you don't already know it, it takes time to walk across there to get the said E-Tank. Oh, Swift backtrack a little bit. I think he wants to kind of farm some item 3 to get up the climb here. Meanwhile, Arispici takes out Mustang so fast that I didn't see what he used, but I'm not assuming it was Buster. I don't think we did a lot of weapon swapping there. Yeah, like I was saying, item 2 searching for that wall weakness takes time. You don't necessarily need it if you're able to find metal blades or leaf shield for a weakness here in the You don't even need to know what the crash wall brings to in that case. But I digress. I mean, you know, I would say it'd be faster to just grab the E-Tank here at 104 instead of search for that weakness. Especially since you might forget said weakness by the time you get to the end of Wily 4. It's happened. People have stopped for that wall weakness. They've had such a terrible Wily 3 and Wily 4 that they forget. Myself included. Okay, maybe not, because I never stopped for that, but it is what it is. Regardless, yeah, I mean, strats are strats. People stop for that, and some people don't. And I guess it's just player's choice, personal preference. And Swift finds the bubble lid, take out Pico, already making his climb. Yeah, I'd stop there for that E-Tank. Really it takes like maybe 3 to 5 seconds normally, comparatively. The floors aren't randomized, so it's always the same on that screen. I don't get that one either. The boy runs on minimal E-Tanks. That's what happened. Alright, item 2 across Wily 3, Anxiety Room. Arispici dealing with a Robert there that is dressed up like Metal Man with carrots. He traded in his metal blades for nutrition. It happened. Just briefly though. Got the Pac-Man ghost coming after you. Alright, we're testing some blue beam weaknesses. No metal blade. He's a little bit too close to the door there. That's why that leaf shield keeps clinking off. But I think leaf shield's actually the weakness. I think that hit. Oh no, that's the wall weakness. Okay, it is the wall weakness. I was gonna say, I thought it looked kind of spongy there for a second. Alright, so what do we have as the blue beam weakness? No on the Buster, no on the air shooter, no on the quick beam boomerang. It is the bubble it. Or lead, if that's how you pronounce it, you know, potatoes and potato and all that good stuff. Alright, Arispici pulling back out the leaf shield to take out that last crash wall. And, yeah, he's out of moving fights. That's going to be 28-15 teleport. Meanwhile, slipped into Wily 4. He was dealing with the same floor shenanigans Arispici dealt with. Dealt with a little bit faster. Already fell down twice, I think. So that's gonna be some time Swift picked up there on that at least. Alright, we're fighting Cookie Monster Airman. Not the actual Cookie Monster, but the one that actually throws cookies. If that makes any sense to anybody that watches this stuff. This is actually a Bomb Man story, believe it or not. In the game it comes from, and the ROM hack it comes from, he looks like Bomb Man a lot more. I don't know why it doesn't look like it that much this time, but you know, that sprite might need a little bit more work in the future. Oh yeah. Alright, so Arispici, yeah, sitting on 4 E-tanks, you better be drinking in the day. I don't want to see no more deaths the rest of this round. Negative, no more, you're not allowed. I'm kidding. Alright, so Jackie Chan, man. Shooting. Alright. Oh, Swift took a death on one of the spike rooms, I believe. I think Screen 3, if I had to guess. I didn't exactly pay much attention. You got pause buffer across the gap, not a bad idea. Although I think it's a little faster if you don't have the items or don't feel like dealing with it to wait till the elevator gets to the top and jump from there. Pause buffer once, maybe. Do it that way. Ooh, Arispici getting close to dying to Casper here. Alright, 2 more bosses. We got Metal Man. Looking like a vanilla Metal Man. Pretty vanilla. No. Oh, no corner jump for Swift there. Maybe he's not confident or practiced enough to do it. So there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe he will be, if he joins this again by next year. You know, a lot of people find out about the tournament, they enter, they play in it, they have a lot of fun. And that's how we get into a community member, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, I can play this forever. Such a good game. And then we see him enter multiple tournaments and stuff. The experience helps, for sure. Alright, Dr. Cossack goes down to Metal Blades, at least on phase 2. I think that was phase 1 as well, but I could be wrong. Arispici breaks to lose as he's fallen down Victory Road right about now. Swift's gonna find the wall weakness there to be the Crystal Shield from Mega Man 9. Or Dual Shield, I guess. Yeah, I've still got a lot of big plans for sprite work on this randomizer, you guys. It's just I gotta find I gotta find the time to do some of it. But also shout outs to Gaming While Dad, because he's contributing quite a bit here recently for sprites and whatnot. Big shout outs to him as well. Alright, so quick boomerang to be the alien weakness. Nice find by Ari. Pretty quick also, like kind of like the first or second thing you check. Buster quick boomerang, that was it. And that's gonna do it. Maybe I'll get a race time GG time in chat. If not, we'll go by his timer with a 32:22. GG's indeed. Get your GG's in chat from Mr. Arispici. Oh yeah! Race time, 32:23. Thank you, LB Creed. This is also our tracker for the night. I don't know if I mentioned that, but big shout outs. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. A big shout out to Creed for tracking in the background. Yeah, meanwhile, we'll see if we can't get Arispici up in here. Give you guys a few words and whatnot of their thoughts on the race and all that good jazz. Hey, was that a sprite corruption? Yes, it was. Look, it happened again. Very nice. I like it. Love that kind of stuff. Mega Man Split turned into turned into health drop, which that happens sometimes. You know, like I think that can happen. What's it called? That happens mostly when peepees and birds are in Wily 2. That's the most notable time it happens. But it also happens here on the refights, as you can see, when you take damage from time to time. And that's just a byproduct of some of the patches, systems, or randomizer users and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, grab you that health drop there, buddy. Alright, let me see if I can find my phone. I'll see if I can't shoot Ari an invite if he doesn't have one already. Oh, there he is.
What's happening?
What's happening, Captain? Congratulations, sir. You are moving on in the tournament. How's it feel?
That feels pretty good, you know, despite it being 90 degrees in my office right now, and I'm sweltering and dying a little on the inside and outside, I'm feeling pretty good.
Man, you should really get a fan for that office there.
Yeah, you know, I should, you know, you really think I should. Or maybe an industrial one, because this one ain't doing jack. Anyways.
Put some ice, put a cup of ice in front of it or something. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah,
there you go.
I feel you though, man. I've played in some pretty hot rooms myself sometimes, and yeah, it can definitely get to you, especially while you're playing. But you did a pretty good performance, regardless. Got anything to say about the seeds? I mean, you didn't really. It was pretty solid gameplay overall. I didn't really see much problems or anything you had.
Yeah, I mean, I took some deaths like that I could have completely avoided in both seeds, but you know, other than that, in terms of overall gameplay, I felt pretty good today.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't have like anything much to comment on. You know, you played solid, you did good. I mean, yeah, you really did. So congratulations. I mean, your opponent here, Swift, he's making his way into the alien right now. We'll see how long it takes him to find Quick Boomerang. You found it pretty quick. That last seed, like it was like the second thing you checked, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's usually my thing. I go Buster, and then I do bottom up from page 1. So
right.
Always happy to see the boomerang.
Yeah. Not bad. Swift's gonna find it here shortly. I'm not terribly sure. I don't have the bracket right in front of me, and I'm not at my usual setup, so I can't really tell you who's playing next. Maybe you know.
Oh yeah, it looks like if I remember correctly, I'll be up against Blue Bomber next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I want to actually try to get that match scheduled pretty short order too, because you know we're trying to chug along here, but you know we'll see. Depends on their schedule.
Right. Yeah, we're doing pretty well this year on the tournament. I mean, it's only been basically a month, and we're quarters of the way done, I would say. I think at least. So, I mean, yeah, we are moving pretty schmoovin' through.
Yeah.
Month and a half, 2 months, which that's about the runtime for some of these things, assuming that we don't have like somebody who needs like a week for this or that, the life situation thing or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and you know those things happen.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, no, we encourage anybody to join regardless. I mean, we just ask you to schedule at least a race in a 2-week period, mostly. I mean, the more ideal is like one race, at least one a week in the tournament, or maybe 2 a week if you can. But if schedules don't line up, they don't line up, whatever. But like sometime within like a 2-week period, usually you can get people to line up the schedule somewhere. Swift's race time is 36:52. That's going to be a GG to Swift. We'll see if we can't get him in the booth if he wants to come, say a couple words. we're gonna have to see him in the next one as far as the tournament goes. That's gonna be the end for Mr. Swift here. Man, REG just knocking people out of the tournament left and right.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm a jerk. No, but honestly, I was actually really happy with how things turned out today, and I was even telling Swift in the second race chat a little bit. For anybody who's watching these on the outside in and is interested in joining, like an average of 40 minutes is actually really good for the randomizer. The thing about it is, like, when you're watching us play at such a high level here, you know, getting these low times, like, we're very practiced individuals. We've been doing it for years, even beyond, like, joining the tournament stuff. Like, I'd been playing the randomizer for maybe, like, 3-4 years, even before my first tournament, so, you know, 36 and 37, like a sub 37, is not a time to be ashamed of.
Yeah, and also I'd like to mention you vanilla runners out there. I mean, you see the damage Sotoko Addict has done. I mean, he might be a top 5 vanilla runner. But I mean, obviously those skills transfer over pretty well to randomizer with like a handful of practice. Because I mean, dude, he knocked me down the losers, and you know, I won 2 of these things. But speaking of winning and losing, what's going on, Swift? He made it in here. How you doing?
Hey, I got smoked 4 to 5 minutes.
Hey,
Oh, come on.
it does happen. But, I mean,
I had fun though when I pulled off, and I'm surprised the clutches I pulled off in the first race.
yeah, you did some pretty close fights on some of those. I was kind of, you know, watching in awe, and you're like, oh man, you know, like that was close type thing. Like 2 pips of health left, taking out some of those bosses. That Woodman fight, and I think it was Air Stage. I don't remember if it was C1 or C2. The one where he was black and yellow, shooting a fast leaf shield, kind of fast-ish leaf shield, doing short hops and stuff. You were like 2 health within like 3 shots. I probably would have died there. I can't even lie. But, you did pretty good. You clutched out.
2 things. Oh, living on a prayer. And 2. My experience definitely helped, but Arispici here, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, just definitely has way more experience in this thing than me, which probably put me at that disadvantage stage.
Oh yeah, bro. Arispici has been around for at least 3 years, so it's not longer. He's been around since like 2019, or 2020.
2020 is when I joined up.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, it's a community. Just because you lost this time doesn't mean, hey, just practice stuff for next year. You know, we've been pretty bad as not holding a weekly or monthly race get together thing in a long time. But I mean, you know, if the interest is there, maybe some individuals will end up hosting that again or something. You know, I'd feel free to join in on a weekly race every now and then, or a monthly race if somebody else were to host it. I usually end up hosting. I don't have the time to host them necessarily anymore, but I could join here and there. You know, I'm still definitely interested in the community. Yeah, so I mean, I hope to see you in the future, Swift. Like, I mean, man, you're not doing bad. You get sub 40 times. You know, that's pretty good for a beginner. For somebody who's first year, you know, that ain't bad at all.
Yeah, it was actually better than my times that I think I recorded in 2020 during my first tournament, so nothing to be ashamed about. And as long as you had fun, that's the big thing.
I did. I enjoyed my experience with this thing. Even if some stages were, wow. Some of those stages felt straight out of a Mario Maker level or something.
Yeah, there was definitely a couple things that I saw. I'm like, okay, let's do this.
One day, someone decided this stage is to just set the image of like somebody who's a 5-year-old and just said, "Ooh, funny fan guy. Let's spam him all around the screen." Or Toads, let's spam those around the screen too.
Hey, you know, I like I was saying in race chat, like, you know, my biggest fans like to show up in the most awkward spots.
Yep, they sure do.
Well, this was a good one for me too, because being able to get ahead in game 1, I took a lot more risks and tried some things that I'm not super comfortable with in game 2, and some of it was a little clunky, but I was able to pull it off, so I felt pretty good about that. I mean, definitely Seed 2 was a little bit trickier than Seed 1 in some spots, but I felt a little long in the tooth getting the 32, but pretty happy. I was pretty happy with how I played.
I do have a question though. Before you ask.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, obviously because I was racing you, I couldn't see what you're doing. But did you use any zips?
Yeah, I pulled out a couple. Like I didn't really have an opportunity to use many zips in the first seed. I was able to get the pause buffer, bubble zip, and then also the item 1 zip in Crash. But I did pull off Goodwood in Seed 2, and I felt pretty good about that.
It's named Goodwood for a reason.
Yeah,
I only really got off the bubble zip. I never was really put in a position to do any other zips, so yeah.
Well, that's just kind of how the randomizer goes. Because, obviously, in that first seed with the Fat Fans and Heatman stage, that was a no-fly zone, as we like to call it.
A lot of things were no-fly zones. You should have seen me too.
Yeah, very literally, yeah. Overall, I'm feeling a lot more confident than I've been in a while in terms of my play style, and actually refocusing on playing my game instead of trying to go too fancy and guffing it up. So
I will say that you had a little bit better luck of the draw as far as hitting stage names go in the stage order. Arispici. Swift on Seed 1 had Crash and Heat first.
Ooh.
So that was rough. So I'm much respect for sticking with that and going through them.
Conveniently for me, my fastest times were from getting all the bad stages back to back, so I've kind of just gotten used to when the randomizer just throws stuff like this in front of me.
Well, I mean, if you caught at the start of Seed 1, I hit Crash, but as soon as I started and I reset the game, I'm like, nope, not doing it. Not doing that.
Yeah,
That's understood.
Sometimes it just depends on I guess the runner and the preferences, whether if the Buster only zip for Crash stage or not, or I mean even without the zips, doing non-zipless, just some runners will do Crash just vanilla the way and get it out just to get it out of the way. I know Kame Sen used to be one of those runners before that zip was discovered. He would just run whatever stage he could, because I mean he wasn't going to use items or mostly zips anyway. So if he got Crash first, he got Crash first, But yeah, regardless, it's not the case just now. There are other strategies to go about, but I mean, regardless, you handled it really well. You really did. So kudos to you on that. Do you have any other words? Unfortunately, you're not going to be joining us in the tournament anymore. You're more than welcome to join the commentary team and commentate some matches if you like, or hopefully we'll see you in the future. Do you have any other words you'd like to say about the seeds or just to the community in general?
I want to say, any future speedrunners out there, please, if you see a stage filled with fan fiends, do not go through it. Reset immediately. But in actuality, this was pretty fun. I hope more people enjoy this in the future, and by the future, I hope my ROM hack is finished, so the music from here can also join this thing, and some sprites or stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, y'all make sure to keep tabs on Mr. Swifter Sleeper here. Like he said, he's developing a ROM hack. Hopefully we'll get to play it soon. Ari, you got any final words?
I mean, nothing beyond what I usually say. Giving thank yous to, first and foremost, Swift for the race today. Great job. I had a lot of fun going up against you today. Thanks for doing commentary from a remote location, Charlie boy. LV Creed behind the scenes. I don't know if he's been tracking, but definitely helping get things set up today.
Oh,
And well, it's good. And of course, Speedgaming for letting us do this crazy thing that we love to do, and you know, putting it out there and letting other people see it in such an awesome format.
Yeah, and don't forget to shout out Siberian Bull for hosting the bracket as well, and yeah, our admin team and everybody else, the racers, you guys for watching, and yeah, like I mentioned, guys, we are in last place for the prize pool, so if you do have the means, please look into donating to the Matcherino. I think all we need is a $20 threshold, and that doubles our prize pot, so that'll bring us out of last place at least. Yeah, and I do myself intend, like I said before, I intend on adding to that myself as well. So yeah, I hope you guys consider that if you can. You guys take it easy. Thanks Swift for playing. Thanks Ari. Good games, you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
See you later.
One more word for Aspie before I go.
Yeah.
Don't lose, please.
I don't intend to. I do not intend to.
Alright, see ya, man.
Take it easy.
All right, good night, everybody.